Hello. This is kind of just like a disclaimer. How do I put this so as to not come off bad? I'm a performer, right? I do this to kind of entertain more than anything else. And you know, in the spirit of that, I think it's important for me to tell you the times when I'm really just joking. This is one of those times. Totally joking in this video. I don't really think the way that drugs are terrible. You shouldn't get into drugs, no matter what it is. Marijuana is awful. It destroys lives. And if you question that at all, watch the documentary Reefer Mania. Very informative. It shows exactly what marijuana does to people, and it's terrible. It destroys lives. Also, there's a page on Facebook. I think it's called Marijuana is Violence or something like that. They have very good statistics that they put up. Very reliable source for information on how bad marijuana is for people. You shouldn't do it. All of this stuff that's coming out now about its medical use and how it helps children with seizures and stuff, it's all propaganda. It's another industry that's trying to break out. It's not good for people. You shouldn't be smoking marijuana. And I know it's 420 today, so yeah, it's 420, so, and like everybody thinks that I'm a big stoner, so that's kind of become my shtick, I guess. I don't know. This is just the way I am. So yeah, and I joke a lot about it, but really down in my core beliefs, marijuana is just bad for you. Kids, don't start smoking weed. Don't follow the trends. Be a leader. Sheep follow. It's goats that lead. You want to earn your horns and be a goat. But, yeah, so everything that proceeds from here, it's all just for show. It's all just for the lulz. I have to make a funny video. I'm trying to entertain people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't take any of this seriously. I'm playing a character. I'm the funny guy, So, yeah, just make sure that you understand. I do not support this in any way. I think that all drugs are bad. I think marijuana is one of the worst. So, yeah. But it is kind of a holiday, so happy 420, everybody. Hello! It's Andy again from the Egocast channel, here with you on 420. Woo! Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're staying sober, because drugs are bad. Let's get into this. Let's discuss marijuana. Let's discuss where we are as a country as far as our thoughts on marijuana.
While pot use, sale, and possession remain illegal federally.
All right. Maybe I'm racist. Maybe I'm a little bit racist. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit racist. I'm very glad that this guy is the guy that's doing it. He's a black guy. He seems pretty down to earth, He's got that voice. He's just got that perfect black dude voice. Like, if he makes any jokes, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, because I just know this guy is just naturally funny just because of his demeanor. Maybe I'm racist, but I'm happy it's a black guy. Maybe that means that maybe that means I'm self-hating. Maybe I'm racist against white people. Huh. Black power, bitches.
8 states, they are highlighted for you in green, of course, there on the map. 8 states have now legalized recreational marijuana use. The nation's capital does not allow sales, but recreational use at home is legal there in Washington, D.C. There's a new poll out. It shows just how much attitudes are changing around pot.
All right. Now, I have a really good explanation for why this is. And when we get to that point, I will share it with you. But They really break it down pretty well. I got to give it to MSNBC. Whenever it's not Rachel Maddow, it's actually not half bad.
To dig deeper, let's turn to our data guru, senior political editor Mark Murray, on this 420 holiday.
What up, Mark? How you doing? Happy 420, motherfucker.
Holiday for some, I should point out.
My nigga.
What does this new polling say, first of all, Mark?
Craig, it actually shows things that are pretty consistent with other polls that we've actually seen. In this poll, 61% of Americans say that they support legalization of marijuana.
See, look at that. That's more than a majority. It's crazy. It's very cool.
In this poll, it's up from 5 points back in April. And again, this is pretty consistent with what other surveys have shown, that a majority or even a little bit more than that back legal marijuana use.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I think is very striking is just look at the change from 1979, where you just had 27% of the public that actually supported marijuana legalization. So, Craig,
it's very interesting. They picked a start point that is my birthday. So this actually covers the entire span of my life and how the change in legalizing marijuana uses. It's very cool.
Just over a 40-year.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not 40 years, 37 years, 38 in September, but not 40 years. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking not 40.
A very big sea change. And then a couple other numbers. You have 88% of Americans, almost 9 in 10, who back making medical marijuana legal.
That's very cool. That's very cool. That's very cool. I think we need votes. I think we need to have votes. Come on. Come on. When do we have the vote? God damn it.
And then you end up having 71% of Americans opposing federal government crackdown of legal sales of marijuana.
Which is odd, because that's like, what is that, like 5% more than people that wanted to have it legal. It's very interesting. Everything's swinging in the favor of legalized marijuana. Huh.
And certainly that seems to be some of the rhetoric coming from the Trump administration, certainly Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Yeah, man, fuck Jeff Sessions. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. But I wasn't willing to trade the possibility that Hillary might maybe be on the side of legalizing marijuana, yet never actually do anything on it, and open our borders up to fucking make us just like Germany or Sweden. Or you support the guy that you know doesn't like weed, but he'll keep you from being raped. God damn it. You know, just the tough choices. Fuck.
To what can we attribute the shift in numbers there, Mark? Or do we know? Do we know why attitudes seem to be changing somewhat swiftly?
See, here we go. I know exactly why attitudes are changing. Here's why. Is a little known fact. 100% of people in America smoke marijuana. So, like, all of the people that say no to it, they're all kind of like self-hating, but, you know, they're coming around slowly. But yeah, like 100% of people smoke marijuana. So, you know, like, it's just, you gotta work on the people that are ashamed of it. You gotta make them, you know, come to the realization that it's acceptable and it's cool, and everybody does it, man. Everybody does it. So, like, that sounded really bad. See, you should rewind back to the beginning of this video just to make sure you understand where I'm really at on the whole issue.
Well, Craig, one has to do with just a younger generation, that, you know, the marijuana legalization is supported by younger people. And as younger people are becoming a bigger part of the country, these numbers go up. But there's also one other reason I think it's really fascinating, Craig.
100% of people smoke marijuana.
53% of Americans in the same CBS poll say that alcohol is more harmful to the health. Just 7% cite marijuana. And so there's a bigger stigmatization of alcohol than there is on marijuana.
And well deserved too, and for really one reason. Like when it all comes down to it, really just one reason. You can get as high as you want to. You could smoke as much weed as you want to. And you're never really gonna lose control unless you're doing some shit that's like laced, or you're doing like way more than you know your tolerance is at. You know what I mean? Like you can't overdo it. But like for the most part, as long as you're responsible, you smoke as much weed as you want. You're never going to get so high that you can't like control yourself, because weed is some background shit, you know? And like you don't get a hangover the next day. It doesn't destroy your body overnight. And like I can't deal with hangovers anymore, man. Like I got sick last night. I don't know what happened. I had some like cramping going on. I think I was on my period. And I was taking this really rough shit, and I don't know, I got sick and I threw up. And like today I woke up and I just didn't feel right. So like throwing up at all now for any reason just fucks my body up. So I can't get hungover. I can't get so dehydrated that my body wants to push every ounce of fluid out of it. You know what I mean? Like that sucks. I can't deal with that shit. And nobody should have to. For a better, smoother buzz. But yeah, drugs are really bad. You shouldn't do any drugs. You shouldn't even start drinking alcohol. It's terrible for you.
Mark Murray, our senior political editor, and today guru of all things weed. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Thanks, Greg.
But yeah, there you go. Fucking. Every time I see one of these things, it's like I feel like we're getting closer, you know? I feel like I'm getting closer to being accepted. Like, I can identify with people. Everybody can identify with everybody. Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their agenda. Everybody has their issue that they support. And if it's not something that's part of the popular belief, if it's not something that the people in power are supporting, you know, like if you're on the other side, you're one of those people that really honestly thinks that weed is terrible and it shouldn't be legalized, you know, shit's working in your favor right now. But be nervous, because the younger generation is coming up and 100% of people smoke weed. Like, it's something that everybody does now. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a joke to say 100%, but sooner or later everybody tries it. Because it's some background shit. You know, your first couple of times you're like... And there are occasions where you can really fuck yourself up. Like, if you want to stack drugs and smoke while you're doing that shit, or do weapons while you're doing that shit. Yeah. But, anyways, so, drugs are horrible, terrible things. Just don't get involved, and then it won't matter, you know? Just don't let it be an issue that you want to be involved in. Drugs are terrible. They're bad for you. Alright, so I asked you guys in the last video, those of you who are in the secret like club that meets after the video, I asked you guys last time to tell me what the old lady's favorite part was going to prom with her great grandson, whatever. And some of the comments were funny, and I would like to look at them. Stuart Marsden, her favorite part was surviving the night. Like, that's true. 93, that is a risk. Like, you gotta figure, that's an old woman going out and dancing. You know, like more, I imagine more shuffling. But that is a risk. What if she falls getting in and out of the limo? Like, I don't know. That's like taking a baby to prom. Like, that's just a risk. Jellozen. What's up? Taking grandma to Applebee's. Alright. I don't watch Conan O'Brien. I don't know why. Him and Will Ferrell, they're just a couple of guys that I don't get their brand of humor. I don't know what it is. I tried with Conan O'Brien, and I don't know. Ever since Johnny died, I know that dates myself, and I'm not 40. But Yeah. Ever since Johnny died, I just haven't been into late night shows. I don't know. They don't capture my interest anymore. But yeah, so for those of you who are Conan fans, haha, I imagine. There you go. Take a grandma to Applebee's. Alright, the high-tech redneck. Granny loves dancing to the sweet mellow sounds of Disturbed. And that made me giggle, because I was like, fuck, I wonder what they played at that thing. Like some dubstep, wow, wow, you know, fucking... And there's this 93-year-old lady. Fucking some booty popping shit. Some little Wayne out there. Yeah, I imagine that was a culture shock. Michael Stepp. Her favorite part was grinding her grandson's junk on the dance floor. I knew they were going to come. Yeah, the sexual ones. But that also, like, you got to figure if he's out there dancing with his grandma to some fucking... you know, Lil' Kim or some shit, and all these hot girls are fucking up in their shit, and he's looking at his grandma like, that'd be depressing. Jason Sanders leaving with the prom king. Like, it would be very funny. That's a great skit. To have grandma be like, this nerd brought an old lady. I'm going home with the prom king. Totally flip on him and call him a nerd. That would be hysterical. You guys are some funny motherfuckers. Like, that shit, that made me laugh. And I think you kind of look like John C. Reilly sometimes. Fucking this dude. Man, fuck you all. Alright, hold on. Let's... Y'all are just picking the ugliest motherfuckers you can just to fuck with me. It's funny. Really? What? Yeah, fuck you guys. Alright. So, there you go. That was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go to Patreon and give me money. That's gonna be the new ending. Because fuck it. Be shameless about it. I'm broke, bitches.